What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. It's Steve here. This is another bonus round. And joining me today, I got Brian.
What's up?
Chilling, dude. Fucking chilling, man. It's a bonus episode because of the last bonus we did was I did was the preview and my predictions for um, AEW Revolution that was this past weekend, and it has come and gone. I went to the Revolution, and a hell of a fucking pay per view. And I figured I'd talk with Brian about it because we fucking love wrestlings. We
We
love the
love
AEW.
wrestlers.
So so why the fuck not? We just come here and talk about it because it was a great fucking pay per view.
Absolutely.
Like this
Um,
is my first AEW live event.
which
Like
I'm
I've been
sh-
to live events before, but
which
this is the first one for AEW for me.
I'm shocked because you're the one that got me into AEW. Granted, yes, I went to the panel in 2019 at New York Comic Con,
Hmm.
and I remember
This is
sitting next.
before they were even like a thing.
Yeah, like they were literally just showing up, that
Yeah.
showing what they can do,
Hmm.
and that's when MJF was sitting next to us and did that, dressed up as Painkiller, and he was going up against Jericho,
Hmm.
and how he upset his best friend Cody Rhodes and all that shit. And I still remember at the table was Awesome Kong,
Hmm.
uh, Nia Jax, uh, it was Mox, it was Jericho, it was Jungle Boy Jack Perry,
Hmm.
Brandy was there, and then whoever was interviewing, and that was such a fun 40 minutes or whatever it
Of
was,
course, of course.
and
Because that
I
was
want
literally just promo talk. It wasn't even
yeah,
anything
it
that
wasn't
happened
anything.
because they hadn't done
It was
anything yet at that
it
point.
was a promo, and then it was MJF lunging and attacking Jericho, and then a brawl broke out
Nice.
because it was Jericho escaping so he can go like hop on a bus and go tour with Fozzy.
That's fair. Yeah.
It was, there's such pros at this that it was so perfectly timed for his escape
Hmm.
to, you know, be doing his own thing.
Yep.
Um, and so and still give the appearance that he's knocked out under the table with the big reed pop curtain.
Of course.
You know, uh, but yeah, so like that was my first taste of AEW in October 2019, and then like I didn't really watch them when they were coming out, or more
Hmm.
with like shows, but it was you who got me heavy into them, and then
Yeah.
that's why I'm shocked that this was your first event,
Yeah.
because like my first event was this past September in 2021 at Arthur Ashe Stadium,
Hmm.
and I remember telling you, like, when they come to Florida, you need to see them. It is,
Yeah.
you know, it is the most fun I've had watching live wrestling in
Hmm.
a long, long time. Like,
Absolutely.
for me, as you guys know, it's like I had a $40 seat in the bleachers. So, like, I wasn't super close. I, of course, looked at the monitor for most of the matches, but the event was happening right below me, and the energy drainage, which was the crowd in New York City,
Hmm.
you know, just 5 hours worth of pay per view quality wrestling,
Yep.
because it was dark, then Dynamite, and then they surprised us with Rampage, and I was like, son of a bitch, like
I'm
this is
here all
gonna be wild.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember texting Meg like, I
Hmm.
think I'm actually here for longer than just Dynamite, and she's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, have fun.
That's
And
what's up.
yeah, and so like I I just remember going like, I gotta pee, but I don't want to get up because all these matches are good, and
Yep.
like, and it's something like I've noticed this too. When it comes to WWE, I'm bored, and not just bored with regular matches anymore. I'm bored with special matches. I was bored for the longest time for so many years where it was almost like I was like against women because like I was bored by the female matches.
Which is completely fair because that's where a lot of people are at the point with women's wrestling because a lot of women's wrestling tends to be the same thing and they're all
Yeah.
from what I've heard because I don't believe that, but a lot of people see women's wrestling as just like, oh, it's a moment for me to go and get a drink or go to the bathroom
Yeah,
and pee.
exactly. And guilty right here. And I remember being at Madison Square Garden for a Raw, and I think it was a Bella's match actually. And like the crowd, New York City gets vile. Like they don't care. We don't give a
Mm-hmm.
fuck. So
Mm-hmm.
the entire crowd was chanting out, "This is boring," for like
Ha ha ha.
every.
That's funny.
And like you got to feel bad because they put in work.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, they were taking just as many bumps as like the men, and it's just like, oh, yeah, this is the match where you get your drink and you go to the bathroom and
Nice.
whatever, you buy
Yeah.
your merch. Um, but that's never been the case with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And their female roster keeps growing, which is fantastic.
Yeah. It's absolutely
Um,
fucking insane.
and like
Like it's
the
still
roster,
small. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
it's
to cut
still
you off. It's
small.
still
Yeah, no, you're good.
small, but it's a solid set of women wrestlers.
Yes,
It's fucking
it's at,
fantastic.
like we'll get more into detail about it later, but Jade Cargill and Tay Conti that was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. It was a
So
fantastic match.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and there's never been a time where any one of them let me down in a match,
Mm-hmm.
unless I was rooting for them.
Well,
And then
when they first started, there were moments that they were kind of green. Obviously, Tay Conti
yeah,
hasn't been around for a while. She hasn't been
right,
professionally wrestling for a while.
right,
But so is Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill's barely been in the wrestling for a year. She literally her first match was with Shaq when they were doing the what was it with Shaq and Cody when they had a little
okay,
feud that they
okay,
brought both of them in and he went in with Red Velvet.
gotcha, okay,
So it was like an intergender match or whatever, like a mixed tag match.
okay,
And that was during the pandemic shit that was going on.
yeah. That was when like they had like no crowd,
Yeah.
and
And Shaq went through two tables. But that was Jade won that match. She was the one that won the pinning Red Velvet.
okay, um, but yeah, the fact that AEW has just been just they're such a small company in terms of how long they've been around, but their roster's growing and they keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
And now with the acquisition of ROH
Yep.
and everything that they can do with that,
Mm-hmm.
they can use ROH as, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, right? ROH could literally come back, just be under the AEW brand.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like the NXT for AEW.
Yep.
We don't know,
Or like the FFW that they had before.
right? So like it could be any one of those things or more.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it's under AEW is spectacular because if you put that under WWE, because I mean Vince would have bought it,
Yeah,
but
he had plenty of opportunity. They were on sale for almost 2 years.
yeah. So like if he would have bought ROH, it would have been dead.
Yeah.
It would have been the WWE version of ECW, which was a fucking joke and didn't last very long.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't at all. Which is sad. But
Yeah,
I get it. It happens. It happened.
yeah. But now you have this wonderful company. Tony Khan
Mm-hmm.
really knows what he's doing.
Yeah, because he is a fan. He
Yeah.
knows what the people want. He understands what the people because it's something that he wants to see as well. He wants to
Yeah.
see a company thrive.
Yes.
And he wants to see where these people can go and where all the other fans want to see it. Because one thing that I noticed, one thing that a lot of the people that were there with me yesterday, because we were talking, they were pretty much saying like, "Yo, what WWE does is that they dumb down the product
Oh yeah.
because they think that all of their fans are stupid."
Right. But they don't realize is that a lot of their fans are the seasoned fans that go
Yeah,
back from, our generation of like
yeah.
Hogan and Macho Man and
Their main demographic, which is all of their main demographic, is the 18 to 49-year-olds.
yeah,
Those are the people that are really watching it. Those are people that are actually smart and actually know what the fuck is going on.
exactly.
They've watched wrestling for years.
It's don't think we're stupid,
Yeah.
you know? And I'll watch Mania because I like wrestling, but like I'm really getting tired of Lesnar Reigns. A feud that's been ongoing since what, 2017 or some
Yeah,
shit.
for a little too long.
A A little
A
too
little
long.
too fucking long.
You know what this is? This is the modern day version of when Edge versus Cena every fucking week
Yeah, yeah.
for like a year.
That's literally the exact same thing's going on now. Because we're
Yeah,
getting what Brock versus Reigns every other fucking week,
yeah, it's
every other fucking
bullshit.
pay per view. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But
yeah.
back to the good company.
Yes, I was just
Back
about to say that. Yeah.
back to AEW.
Yes, back to AE Dubs.
Like AEWs, they are something. They're
Is
nothing
it
short of
raining over
spectacular.
there?
It is pouring over here right now.
Nice.
I'm debating if I want to. I might want to shut my skylight, so I'm gonna duck
Yeah,
out for
yeah, yeah,
just a
yeah,
minute.
yeah, yeah.
Apologies, because I don't
It's
want
all good. It's all good. Do you think? Do you think?
I don't want to be struck by lightning over here. And by lightning, I mean my electronics.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. All right, let's see. 11:35.
All right. Yeah, so it sucks because I was really enjoying the nice breeze coming in.
Of course.
Yeah. Uh,
It's all good. It's all good.
so anyway, what I'm saying, back to the good company. Like the last couple of WWE events I went to, uh, I I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the fans just hating on the company, but like they've been relatively boring.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So my the last WWE thing that I went to, like I said a few times on the show, was WrestleMania
yeah,
last year,
last year.
and it was a mid card to me. Like it was there was nothing really good on it. Like yeah, I was working,
Hmm.
but I was not invested in anything that was going on.
Right.
There's nothing like, oh my god, this is so fucking cool. No, there's nothing. The only one that was
Nothing.
decent and like super decent was the Bad Bunny match. Like I've said tons of times already, so like I'm not gonna say it again. Yeah, that match was the best thing on the entire on both days of the pay per view.
Because he's just a phenomenal not wrestler.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
like
he's the best celebrity wrestler that we've seen in years.
oh yeah, 110%.
Yeah,
So yeah, but with AEW, when I went back in September, like that 5 hours of wrestling, I was so fucking drained by the end.
yeah.
Drained but craving more
Mm-hmm.
because it was such a good time, you
Yep.
know, and like just every match, every like antic that the Young Bucks were pulling, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, or anybody who was actually wrestling that night. They just had so much fun doing this, and uh, and this brings and this actually brings up the picture that you sent me earlier,
Which one?
the one that had Regal, Matt Hardy.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Regal, Meg Hardy, nah, fuck. Oh, everybody.
it was
Yeah, it was.
Christian
It was.
Punk, yeah.
Yep, yep. It
And
was a
Christian,
dope picture.
yeah,
It was.
it was a dope picture, and it's like we're all having so much more fun now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so basically, um, like that's why like when I got to see AEW live back in September, it's like I'm surprised it took you that long to be able to go to see a show because I know they've been in your area a few times since then.
Kinda. They've been in Florida. Their hometown was Jacksonville. It's always
Okay,
been Jacksonville.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but that's like 4 hours away from here.
okay. Well, you
That's
got a
like four
car.
hours north
You got a car.
now. Um, and then they had a show in Miami, which is like 4 hours south of here.
Right.
So like this is the first time that I was actually literally within a decent driving distance to the actual event. And I was like, "Ooh, let me see if I find the tickets online." And I found tickets, and it was good fucking seat tickets,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they were good. I was
yeah,
literally by the commentary table.
yeah. You were. That was the because I know they have a different entrance for heel and face. Was that the heel side?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Um.
the thing was like I was just behind the announce table. I was just behind the announcers, so
Okay.
I couldn't necessarily see into the tunnel. So
Okay.
like I could see them coming out towards the gate, but I couldn't really see the tunnel because this for this pay per view, they didn't do the tunnels like they usually do.
Got it.
They had the two walls up, so you saw people coming in from the left side and from the right side. So
Okay.
they were basically funneling in through the middle, which is what they usually
That,
do,
well,
but without the tunnel.
it probably also has something to do with the design of the layout of the place.
Well, they were trying to switch it up because they had the same thing for they had it at they had it there for I think it was for Rampage,
Okay.
and they used the regular entrance for Rampage. I guess they, like I said, they wanted to do it like we were saying. They wanted to switch it up just a little bit so that way it doesn't look as normal as everything else, as simple as it is all the time.
Like as fucking as generic as WWE's been.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly. So they switched
Um.
it up a little bit, and
That's
like for the pay per views, they always
mhm.
have the what is it, the LED stage when they come out too. So that's fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a nice little feature.
It's a great fucking feature because
Mm-hmm.
you get the videos on the screen as they're walking down. It's
Mm-hmm.
fucking cool. It's fucking cool.
So I guess to start, like about the show for last night, like what I've never been to a pay per view before of
Hmm.
any kind.
Hmm.
Uh, what was the experience like for you?
Okay, so I'm gonna start from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Of course, it was a almost 2 hour drive over there. Not bad, not too much traffic or whatever. It was good. It was a straight ride. Um, and then when I get there, I park. I would like drive around trying to find the parking garage or whatever because I went over to a different parking garage and that was actually the one for the university. And they're like, no,
Okay.
this isn't for the arena. So I drive around. I drive literally right next to the arena. Is a big parking garage. It's like 5 floors worth of parking.
Okay.
You're like, oh yeah, this is where you're supposed to be. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go and I park there. I get out of there. Well, just before I park, I see the AEW trucks, and I was like, "Ooh, this is where they're gonna come through or whatever. This is where they at."
Mm-hmm.
So I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, this is cool. This is fucking great." And as I'm driving by there, I see on my right, on my left hand side, I see uh, Darius Martin from Top Flight. He's getting out of a truck, and then I look over to my right, and I see Eddie Kingston coming out of a big SUV. I was like, "Oh, this is fucking dope." It's so fucking cool because I haven't seen any wrestlers in a long time. Because like I said, we're from New York. Like we see random people all the time, and I'm like the funny shit is like I'm always seeing who's his face Titus O'Neil pretty much anywhere I go over here. Like I saw him at Sam's Club a couple weeks ago, and then when I was coming back from New York, I saw him at the airport going somewhere. Like
Nice.
he was literally going in through TSA when I was coming out. I'm pretty sure he's like, "Yo, this motherfucker."
It
Yeah,
keeps following me.
yeah, he keeps following me. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, you're a big, tall dude, and you had a big, shiny, bald head.
He
How
wants
do you?"
he wants to know if I'm gonna trip through TSA like I did at the Royal Rumble a few years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. Um, so like, I get there. Okay, I go in or whatever, and then like I park, I come out, and then I see a bunch of people just standing outside. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm gonna go stand with these people because they're all, of course, they're standing there, just get a glimpse of the people going in. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'll stand here with them because, of course, I'm a bit of a mark. So I'm like, why the fuck not? I'll check it out.
Right.
I'll check it out. So I'm standing there and I see, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get something to drink because I gotta pee because it was a 2 hour ride. So I was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go pee. So I walk over to 7-Eleven, which is right down the block, and lo and behold, in there's a little eating area or whatever. People are sitting there chilling, and I see both dudes from Top Flight, so Darius Martin and Dante Martin, sitting at the table with Sky Blue, who's Darius's girlfriend, no, Dante's girlfriend. She's
Okay.
also a wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Rohit Raju from Impact. He
Okay.
was sitting there, as well as Anthony Bowens from The Acclaimed. I was like, this is fucking awesome. And then I just silently, instead of blowing up their spots, I just went up to Darius and Dante. I was like, yo, like you guys are fucking awesome. Like I love your wrestling. And I was like, yo, you guys are great. And they both gave me pounds, and I just walked away.
Nice.
I just walked away. I was like, yo, have fun tonight. And I just
Very
walked
fun.
away.
It's like, holy shit, they're real people.
Yeah, yeah. And exactly, they just gave me a dab, and I was like, "Yo, like you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Love you guys' matches. I hope you guys, win some type of gold soon." I'm like,
Very
I
nice.
bet that's awesome. Hell yeah! Like I just tried to keep it cool. I wasn't trying to, overdo my
Right.
markdom because, of course, I didn't want to blow up their spot either. Because there, of course,
Right.
if I blew up their spot, there would have been tons of other people trying to
Uh-huh.
get pictures and all this shit. I think I'm
Meanwhile,
just
they're
gonna
just
I'm gonna keep it
meanwhile they're
professional.
yeah. Meanwhile, they're just trying to like eat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They were literally chilling, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to blow up their spots too much.
No.
So I went into 7-Eleven, and at that point, I got to see. While I was in line, there was two of the security dudes from AEW there in line with me, and I asked one of them, like, "Yo, like, so do they tell you what's gonna happen?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, they don't tell me exactly what's gonna happen, but they give me marks and like, okay, yeah, at this point, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna go on." But what he told me was like, "Yo, this is gonna be a badass event tonight. It's gonna be long, but it's gonna be good."
Wait. So, it's security guards that work for AEW.
Yeah, security guards for AEW,
Okay. See, when you
like
texted
the
me,
like the like the ones that you see on TV.
yeah.
Those guys, I saw all of them. All
Got
of
you.
them were super cool. I was like, yo, like I see you on TV all the time. Like, yo,
Because like I had misread your text. I was like, oh, okay. It's like you talk to guards that work there that know about the event because
no,
security talks to each other.
no.
No, but okay, that makes more sense. Holy shit.
Actual AEW AEW's personnel.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was
Did
fucking dope. It was really cool.
did you go? You guys hiring?
No, I
I
didn't.
I,
I didn't do that. I
I
didn't
do
do
event
that.
security.
I should have. I should have. But nah, I was like, nah, I didn't say anything. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I bet it's gonna be fucking fun. I'm excited.
Mhm.
So I went out. I got some electrolyte drinks or whatever, and I came outside and I just sat out there with the rest of the fans or whatever. And I saw Emi Sakura walked up. She came out in like a little car or whatever. I started screaming her name and shit. I said she waved at me. She was like, "Hey!" And she was like, I was like the only dude that noticed her because she had a mask on and everything. And I was like, I know that little Asian lady.
Nice.
And I said, "What's up?" Then I also saw Wardlow. It's fucking awesome.
Nice.
Rolo
How
was super cool.
how massive is he in
He
person?
is a massive dude in person. Like I'm 6'1". He's just a little bit taller than me, but he is like
He's fucking
jacked as
wide.
fuck.
Yeah.
Jacked as fuck. Yeah, he's a cool dude. Like one of the people that were standing there with me, he was basically like, "Oh, are you gonna turn on MJF today?" He basically kept the cape. He was like, "Nah, he pays my bills."
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, he kept the cape. I'm like, yes, that's fucking dope. I like it. I like
Hmm.
it. Um, and then I think I saw one more person or whatever. Oh, Bryce Rumsberg, the
Okay.
ref. I saw him, and he came and he took pictures with a couple of dudes there. And he was like, they were like, "Yo, call it down the line, call it straight, don't fuck it up," which was funny. I thought it was
Well,
cool.
well, didn't you tell me that you saw Eddie Kingston too?
Yeah, that was before I even like got out of my car.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I was still driving, and I passed by Eddie Kingston. I was like, "Oh, motherfucker." I felt like blasting some fucking Biggie. Be like, "Yo, what up, New York? What's good?" Yeah. I couldn't do that though. I wasn't gonna do that in the middle of the fucking street.
Right.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was cool. That was the beginning was cool, and
Nice.
then after a little while, it was like about like 5:45 because doors were opening at like around 6:30. I was
Okay.
like, yeah, I'm gonna go get in line, and then I get in line, and the line is literally like the street is full of people going to the event,
Oh yeah.
and they start funneling people. They start making a whole line, like funneling it so that way it looks like a line, and that's not just people just standing there.
Yeah.
So I come make it early enough that I'm on like the line that's closest to the arena,
Okay.
and then after me, it goes around behind me, and then towards the front of me. So they circle it towards the front, and
Okay.
then it's huge fucking line. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm standing there for a little while, start talking shit with a bunch of people there. It was cool. Like they're all, of course, fans of everything, and we're all talking shit. Like, oh yeah, who's gonna be here? Who's gonna be here? Everybody's like, oh, Matt Hardy. I'm like, no, he's not. Not Jeff Hardy. No, Jeff Hardy's not gonna be here. He can't be here because, of course, he's not. He's his contract isn't up yet.
Right.
You can't just jump the gun because he's gonna get sued. He's already they're already thinking about suing him over the one thing that he did recently.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's right." I'm like, "Yeah, think about that shit, dude." But a lot of these fans don't really pay attention to all that shit. Like the I guess would you say like we're diehard fans right now?
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've put in enough money in merch and shit to be like, yeah, I think I am. I think I am a huge mark. Um, and we also talk about it a lot, and it's
We do.
a lot of what I watch is wrestling too. So yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah. I mean, for people that are not, viewing this on the YouTubes, it's like my name is literally Bright2J is all elite,
Yeah,
and I'm wearing a CM Punk
you're
shirt right
wearing a
now,
CM Punk shirt, and I'm wearing the Malachi Black hat,
and and,
which I
and
fucking love. I fucking love this hat.
it's a dope hat.
Yeah,
It
because
looks very.
it has the death metal letterings and shit
I was
on
gonna
it.
say it looks very black metal,
Yeah,
and also
yeah,
like for those, that you guys should know my Twitter handle and stuff. It's like Bright2J because Y2J Chris
yeah.
Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he
Yeah.
even wrote a blog about it saying Bright2J met Y2J
Yeah, yeah,
like back in 2018.
I was just about to say that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, so
that
go
was
check all that shit out, dude.
that's before I got married. That was the April before,
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
you know,
Long
and
times, long
and,
times.
and also him congratulating me on my upcoming nuptials,
Mm-hmm. I
you know,
remember. I remember.
and then at Toy Fair in 2020 where he was asking, where I was like, we met once before, and I reminded him, he kind of looked like, oh yeah, and then he was like, how'd it work? I'm like, well, we have twins on the way. He's like, well, I guess it
He's
worked
like,
out
it's still
then.
working. You're like, it's still working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
it's
that
fair to
sucks.
say that we're wrestling marks.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. And now I guess that brings us to the fucking event. We get inside. I get inside, and I'm going around, and I go around one way, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is not where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to. I go up to the lady that's at the entrance or whatever. It's like, oh, can I just cut through here? Because it's literally like right on the other side. She's like, no, you're not supposed to. So I'm like, all right, fine. She's like, oh, you just go to the next little section, you go down, and then you should be able to go across. So I go down to the next section, and
All
then I
right.
go down, and then I turn, and I'm like, oh, okay, this area's all blocked off. And I go around and I'm like, yo, like, am I supposed to go this way? And she's like, whoa! I scared the fuck out of her because nobody's supposed to be behind that area. I was literally like behind the gate or whatever. And she was like, oh, yeah, you scared the shit out of me. You're not supposed to be back here. I was like, oh, can I just walk across here? Because it's literally like a path. I'm like, oh, I could just go down this path and I'll be right there where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
She was like, no, you're not supposed to go this way. It's all blocked off. You would get in trouble and shit. I'm like, right there, literally like a couple steps away. She's like, no, you can't do it. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So I get out, and then I buy a vodka soda and a water because I was like, I'm not gonna go to my seat and then come back and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like you don't want to do that.
yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it now. And I only spent $16 on a vodka soda and a water, which is not fucking bad.
Not bad for a venue.
Yeah, because I spent $20 on a vodka soda at the airport on my
Right.
way back from fucking Tampa to here, from New York to here. So I was like, yeah, this is way better, way cheaper.
Yeah.
So I find the area where my seat is. My seat is literally on the bleachers, behind the commentary desk, which is
Nice.
not bad, not fucking bad. Granted, not
Especially
the most comfortable,
right.
but not bad.
But it's also the way their the way their commentary has always been set up, it's set up friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I've never liked the way commentary was set up with WWE.
Right by the ring. It's
Right by the
fucking
ring,
dumb.
yeah, yeah.
Why?
I mean,
That's one thing that I hated about WWE was that the Spanish announce table always gets destroyed
yeah, every time.
all the time,
Well,
all
well,
the time.
well, will it still get destroyed now that they released their main Spanish commentator?
Probably not. They probably do all. They probably do it all in post now.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
but go on. So you were right by
Yeah.
commentary.
So I'm right by commentary. I get there. I sit down and then like, oh, there's nobody in my area, and it was already like 6:45, just before 7, because 7 is when it started everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So I get in, I sit down. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll sit here. Then as soon as it starts, at like 6:50, Justin Roberts comes out. He's like, "Oh, are you guys ready for an amazing pay per view today?" And everybody was like, "Fuck yeah!" Because there was a lot of people there already. Like, still not full, but
Right.
it was still pretty packed. Like, people gradually came in, not like a concert. The concerts you see people show up at like fucking just before like 9 o'clock, just before
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
main band comes on. No, it was pretty packed by like 7:15. It was already full.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, I like this. I like how wrestling fans are punctual.
Mm-hmm.
And I get there and I'm sitting there. I'm watching. I'm just looking around. I'm seeing that everything is pretty cool. Like everybody's pretty chill. Like granted, it is a bleacher section, so like there's no backings to the seat. So I gotta kind of like sit
Yeah.
up and oh, like, that's fine. Like I got a drink in me, so I'm chilling.
Right.
Um, and then he's like, "Yo, we start in 5, 4, 3," and they give those countdown. And I'm like, and then the first song that comes on is Layla Hirsch. I'm like, okay, that's the perfect way to start the buy-in. You
Mm-hmm.
got Layla Hirsch, who's only been wrestling for what, about 2 years or so, against Chris Statlander, and this was a pretty awesome start to the match because if they've had a good little feud going on the last few weeks, and it was good. It was really fun. It was a fun match, and it was basically Chris Statlander kind of got duped into it because the ending of it or whatever, because Lena Hirsch got one of the turnbuckle things from underneath the ring and
Okay.
smashed her in the head with it, which knocked her out, and she went in for a pin. That was sad. It was sad because I wanted Chris Statlander to win because it was a pretty good feud so far, but I kind of
Well, I
want to
mean,
see where this is gonna go.
yeah, I was gonna say like I doubt this is like the end of the feud.
Oh
So
yeah, I highly doubt it's gonna be the end of the feud, but it's also like at the end of the match, Red Velvet came out and she was like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on? Why are you doing this or whatever?" Because she was mixed in within the feud or whatever. So
hmm.
it's gonna be pretty cool to see where that's gonna go. Then after that was the who was it after that? Da, 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 da. Who was it?
uh,
Jesus Christ, my brain just went blank.
Hook versus QT Marshall.
Yes, Hook versus QT Marshall. Hook QT Marshall comes out and he's just talking shit. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna teach this little kid how to be, respectful of his elders, because he Hook was trained by him."
Okay.
Um, and he's like, "Yo, like I know all of his moves. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take care of business. I'm gonna show him how. I'm gonna show Taz how to treat his kids," which is pretty
Oh, that's
funny. It
great.
was it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Um, and then Hook comes out and he just destroys him in typical Hook fashion. Took him a little. It was a little bit longer than most of his matches. Most of his matches are like what 3-4 minutes. It was
Okay.
like a good 10-15 minute match, but that was good. It was good. It was a good back and forth,
Now,
and then Hook
it.
winds up.
I was gonna. Sorry to cut you off. I was gonna say because I'm Hook is. I know Hook is new and
He's
being
only had like
established.
5 matches.
Yeah, but like Is his name Hook because of his dad being from Red Hook?
Probably. I
I
think
mean,
so.
that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That definitely. Like I didn't really put it together like that, but yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like I just thought about that right now actually.
Yeah, yeah. But it was a fun match. Like I love the way I love what Hook does. He's a phenomenal dude so far. Like I hate using the word, but he's a good worker. Like he knows how to put shit together. He knows how to sell a fucking match. Like I really enjoyed the way he did it. And, it was good. QT Marshall also, he's a really good wrestler. Like he's super underrated, of course, because he's a heel, and but he's also a trainer. Like he has a wrestling school, so he knows how to do shit that people don't understand. Like yo, he knows wrestling psychology to the fullest. Like he's one of those dudes that you got into it. You when you see a match for him, you're like, yeah, it's gonna be a good match because he knows what he's doing.
Nice.
And granted, yes, he does. It was a real fun match. Of course, Hook wound up winning with his finisher, which is the transmission. Pretty much, he calls it
I
Red Rum, but
I
it's a
love that.
transmission.
I love that he uses his dad's finisher. That's fucking
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, yeah. And I also love the fact that he renamed it to.
Yeah.
But essentially, yes, it is a transmission, and he beat him with that. And then the
Nice.
main event for the buy-in was the match that I was most looking forward to in this whole pay-per-view. Granted, they only put it in literally like a day before or 2 days before, and that was the House of Black versus uh, Death Triangle and Eric Redbeard, formerly known as Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
And this was a really really good match.
I love that Redbeard is part of AEW now.
Yes, I love it too. I
I
love it.
mean, it,
I don't know if he's permanently part of AEW,
but at least for now.
but for this match, he was there.
And you know, it's just that we spoke about this, behind the scenes, but like it's sad that he can't tag with his best friend,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Like it was cool to see. It was really cool to see him for like I said. I mentioned on the preview show. I was like, yo, it's awesome to see him that he came back for the tribute show was
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah.
But now seeing him actually wrestling in the AEW, I was like, yes, this is how it should. He should stay here.
Yeah.
We I'm hoping that he stays there.
It's
I'm hoping it's not just a one and done.
it's like to note or to go back earlier to that picture of everybody sitting at the sitting at and that was it in the chairs at WWE. It's
Hmm.
like we're all happier now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Eric Rowan, well, Eric Redbeard now, like he's just a phenomenal wrestler for his height, for his size.
Hmm.
And it's just like he was always underutilized
Absolutely.
despite how many, so-called pushes they gave.
Hmm.
Like when he won the tag champs as the with his best friend as the Bludgeon Brothers. Um, but like now it's like he's in a company where you have many wrestlers his size
Yeah.
that he can feud with anybody now,
Hmm.
and and I gotta go back and watch that match on YouTube to see if they called him Eric Rowan multiple
They
times.
did. They did once. Once when he came out. And the funny thing is, it was Excalibur that ran that he ran it real quick. He's like, oh, and coming into the ring now we have Eric Rowe and oh no, sorry, Eric Redbeard. He switched it up real quick, but yeah, it was Excalibur that did that. But they were good with it throughout the rest of the match.
Well, I mean, if you think about how many times at the tribute show Jericho was yelling out, "It's Eric Rowan,"
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like,
Wrong
no,
name, guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but it was a really good match. It was a lot of back and forth. I am super excited that Buddy Matthews is with the House of Black now.
me too.
Great addition.
Oh, absolutely, he is.
Fantastic fucking wrestler. Um, and it was good, the back and forth between Buddy Matthews and Malachi Black and what's his face? Who's the other guy? Jesus Christ, my brain's not working again.
Oh, Penta Oscuro.
No. That's
Oh,
Penta. That's the other team.
oh, sorry. Brody King.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're all. It's a great fucking team. Like I want to see them do more. I want to see them do everything again. And then the awesome shit is like they have a really good back and forth, and they wound up winning because Malachi, of course, if you've seen in the last few matches that he's had, he's missed out on everybody, and
Right.
he's about to get chokeslammed by Eric Redbeard, and in the middle of him putting him up for the chokeslam, he spits the red mist on him.
Nice.
Fantastically, because the ref doesn't even see it, and that's how he winds up getting the pin. I fucking love it. I was like, yes, that's how you fucking do it. That's granted, it's cheating, but
Yeah.
it's a good way to fucking cheat.
Well, also, I mean, to quote one of the greatest tag teams to ever exist in wrestling, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
it's fucking good. It's fucking good. So that was the buy-in. That was a buy-in. 2 out of the all 4. Well, no, 2 out of 3 matches that I wanted to win worked. I scored pretty good with that one. 2 out of 3, not bad. Then that takes us to the main card, which was the first match was Jericho and Eddie Kingston. What I loved about it, of course, the theme of fucking Jericho coming out to Judas like always, and the crowd being absolutely fucking loud the entire time.
I gather they sang along to the song word for word.
Yeah. And I had no other choice but to do the same thing too.
I mean, as a fan of Fozzy, I've been singing along to that song since before the album dropped in 2018.
Yeah.
But like, in fact, that tour was for that album.
That was his first big mainstream album.
Yeah, because
That's
everything
top
else
charts.
Yeah, because everything else was okay albums.
Yeah.
You know, but then this became like and I'm excited to see what the next album that's coming out. But yeah, I'm so happy that like you got to experience the Jericho theme, just the crowd singing along,
the Judas chant.
Yeah, like
it was loud.
Like it's almost like, remember that time when like when he wasn't allowed to use his theme and therefore the crowd sang it for him.
Yeah, well, against MJF.
Yeah.
That was the stipulation.
And so like and it's like that's how you know, like
that's how you know a song hits.
The entire crowd fucking sang your song a cappella. And like
it was great.
It happened live for me, but like, did it happen where the crowd continued to sing after they cut the theme?
Yeah, that's how they do it all the time. Every single match he does it. They cut it off and then everybody just keeps singing until the last part. Like, and Judas in my mind.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, like I got goosebumps just thinking about that shit. Jesus Christ, dude!
Right? I got goosebumps thinking about mine, and that mine was September.
Yeah.
Like we're in March of another year.
And then when that one is done, Eddie Kingston runs out because he's like, I want to fucking fight.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was there for. And that was a hell of a fucking match too. A hell of an opener too for the pay-per-view. It was really good. Eddie Kingston just beating the shit out of fucking out of Jericho. Fucking fantastic. I loved it.
And he didn't shake his hand.
And the fucking motherfucker did not keep his fucking promise, and he didn't shake Jericho. He didn't shake Kingston's hand after he won.
Which goes to show you that also is not gonna that feud's not done.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
That
definitely
feud,
not
yeah,
ending.
no.
And I'm excited to see it because now it's gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
like, okay, it's gonna be one of those things. Like, yeah, that's gonna go straight into All Out,
oh yeah,
which is the next pay per view that's happening in Vegas.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for this shit, dude.
Me too.
It was such a good match too. Such a good match.
Because both guys can work. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, obviously Jericho, we know his career. Back from like the days, in the Indies, like in
yeah,
Mexico and shit.
yeah.
But like, and then obviously, if you're a fan of Jericho, you follow his career throughout the generations.
Mm-hmm.
But Eddie Kingston was new to me,
Yeah.
right?
But the shit is, Eddie Kingston, he is new to us,
But he's been
but he's been
around.
in the Indies for at least
Yeah,
15, 20 years almost.
and he's fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And he also goes to like Eddie Kingston goes to show you that like he doesn't have to be like this, this jacked cut, you know,
Yeah.
guy. Like he's a regular guy, like,
Yeah.
body type, and
Mm-hmm.
he's still fucking good. Like, he's
Yeah.
athletic as fuck,
Mm-hmm.
he's strong as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
so like, man, that's
He's
just
fucking
fantastic.
good, dude. He's fucking
Mm-hmm.
good. He's really fucking good. Like when he hit him with a double back fist, I was like, yes, that's it. That's a wrap right there.
Yeah.
Because essentially that's the same move that's the Judas effect, but not the fist. It's the elbow
Yeah, yeah.
that he hits him with. But he hits him with the fist. He hit him with the fist twice.
Nice.
And I was like, yes, that is perfect. Perfect. Perfect way to fucking end the match. But it was a good back and forth throughout the entire thing. I was like, yeah, I like where they're going. I like where they're going with this. And that was a perfect start for the pay per view. Because
Yeah.
it had a good pace to the match, and it basically had a good ending for it. It wasn't like a bullshit ending.
And it had the energy throughout.
Yeah.
Like,
And more storytelling at the same time too.
exactly. And this is what I really like about this company is that these feuds, they pair up wrestler A with wrestler B to have a feud.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the extent of it. It's up to the wrestlers to come up to where the feud's going to go.
Yep.
It's not, oh, we need to read the script like we're in a Hollywood production.
Yeah.
It's like these guys literally fight tooth and nail
Yep.
to like, get to where they are story
Mm-hmm.
wise. But meanwhile, if you go back and just watch like media scrums and you see how these wrestlers really care for one another,
Yeah.
it's a
They
beautiful
care for the
thing.
business. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll get into that a little bit later when we get to a certain match. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um,
It's good.
but yeah, that's yeah,
AEW knows what they're doing. Tony Khan knows what he's fucking doing.
because he's as you said, he's a fan.
Yeah.
Like he's a fan that started a company, and he's so grateful that he made it through the pandemic, and
Mm-hmm.
and now AEW is thriving enough where they would acquire ROH.
Yep. Yep.
So,
It's fucking great.
mm-hmm.
Then what was the next match after that one?
Was the tag team championship, the Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon and the Young Bucks.
Yes. This match I was expecting Red Dragon to come out a winner on this one. But
See, I was expecting the Young Bucks to win this one.
that's fair. That's fair. But we were both wrong.
We were both wrong.
It was another great match. I love what Jurassic Express does in the ring.
How does Luchasaurus move like that for being so fucking massive?
Yeah, he's like what 6'4", 6'5".
Something like that. But like, and all the like he did like 2 or 3 times. He like jumped over the top rope and landed
Mm-hmm.
on every other guy
Yeah.
because it was only supposed to be like 2 in the ring at a time.
Yep.
Um, but as phenomenal as he is, I
Yeah.
mean, for that team, Jungle Boy,
Yeah.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry
Yep.
is an athlete and a half. The
Absolutely.
man, he nailed that shooting star press,
Mm-hmm.
and like what he did, like double 450 splashes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yo,
it's like,
when he did the I don't think it was a destroyer, but like the clothesline when Luchasaurus had the dude on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
Like Luchasaurus just dragged him over to the corner. He went up on the ring, and then he was like, "I'm just gonna fucking go and I'm gonna knock him out."
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic, dude.
It's yeah. I mean, everybody in that everybody in that match put their work in.
Yeah,
There
they always do. That's what I love.
none of them slacked off. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
fucking like what you call it? Fucking O'Reilly and fucking shit, I'm blanking on his partner. But
Bobby Fish.
yeah, him, Bobby Fish. So these guys put their work in when they were NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what happened there, but it's like it's like these guys are showing that they still are them, like they work and they're
Mm-hmm.
actually getting noticed for what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fact that like all all six of these competitors, right?
Mm-hmm.
These three teams, their energy, their vibe, their chemistry, they all work so well together
Yeah.
because like obviously they practice prior to the show, but like you just know when person A is gonna execute this move on person D,
Mm-hmm.
and and person E is gonna interfere, and then it gets countered, and it's so well timed. There were so many moments where I'm like, okay, like this is just I cannot look away. This was not your bathroom match.
No, it wasn't.
No,
It wasn't. It wasn't. I'm gonna go. It's not my pee break match.
I was literally like, what you call it? I was literally like at the edge of my couch seat,
Yeah.
going like, holy shit, with this
Mm-hmm.
match.
And that's
So
how the crowd was too.
I bet,
Yeah. It was. It was fucking insane. It was an insane match.
yeah,
Not my favorite of the entire night, but
no,
still a really good one.
solid, yeah. It wasn't match of the night for me, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a fucking great match regardless.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. I was like, yes, this needs to be like. I'm glad that that Jungle Express retained the championship,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. But I am excited to see what team is actually going to come and dethrone them. Like, who is it going to be? Because of course they've pretty much gone through every tag team that we've had in AEW so far.
yeah. I mean, for all we know, the feud with O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are not done. It could just be
Right, because they haven't had a solo match yet
right,
with them. Have they?
but
I don't think they have.
I don't think they have.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I know they've gone against the Bucks, and I also want to see the Bucks against Red Dragon. I want to see that bad because you saw the beginnings of that happening yesterday. I was
Yeah,
like, yes, this is gonna be something big. This is gonna be something that we need to see soon because of course we've seen um so many hints at it coming since Kyle O'Reilly joined AEW and Bobby Fish as well because of course Bobby Fish he was just Adam Cole's just little add on to the elite and
yeah,
they were like and the Young Bucks were like I don't know but yeah it's turning out to be a very interesting payout for that. So I'm
yeah.
excited to see where it's gonna go. What was the next one?
Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy versus Hobbs, Starks, Wardlow, and Christian Cage.
So that was the
The ladder match for
yes,
the face of the Revolution
yes, the Faces of the Revolution ladder match.
to get Sonic the Hedgehog's golden ring.
Yes, yes. I love it. I love that. That's what they have up there. A huge donut,
Mm-hmm.
a
Oh
huge
man,
golden donut, and I also love the fact that it's not a brass ring.
right.
Yeah. Um.
Uh,
But it was cool. It was a
that match
really fun match.
that match was fun. Just the fact that Orange Cassidy was able to execute all those moves with his hands in his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it? Was it against Christian where he like kind of gave like a 1 second and then put his hands in his pockets
Uh
and
huh.
then went.
Uh huh. Yep. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I was like,
That's what he does though. That he's perfected the sloth style, dude.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
And
like
one of the favorite things that I did that I love that he did in the match was when he started to climb the ladder with his hand in his pocket.
yes,
I was like, this motherfucker.
like and first off, those pants of his look really comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder where he gets those pants because they have fucking drawstrings on them too. So it's not like real regular jeans. They might be regular
right.
jeans too, but this feel still fucking dope.
But like the fact that he just shows up, does his thing, hands in his pockets, all nonchalant,
Mm-hmm.
and of course we gotta have our thumbs up.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Uh, uh, so for those of you not watching the YouTube, we just did our Orange Cassidy thumbs.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, everything about that match was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Was Wardlow and Hobbs? They ripped up. Yeah,
Yes,
Wardlow and
Wardlow and
Hobbs.
Hobbs. Yeah, as
Yeah,
after everybody was going into the ring, everybody was going crazy. But Wardlow and Hobbs ran outside of the ring, and they were chasing after Keith Lee,
yeah,
and Keith Lee was outside or whatever, and he was knocked out outside, and then they were both gonna grab a ladder that was the first ladder that was really at the entrance. They both grab it, and I don't know if they accidentally ripped it in half, but they ripped both sides of the ladder apart.
yeah.
I was like, this is fucking insane. And
Ah,
then when they're walking back, um, Wardlow hits uh, Hobbs with the other half of the ladder
yeah.
and knocks him out too. And he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go to the ring." Oh, and we haven't mentioned that Danhausen. I saw
Yes.
Danhausen walk into the ring
Yeah,
before,
you
but
were
he was
telling me.
covered up.
Uh huh.
But they escorted him to the ring, which I love that they did that because
Yeah.
it was semi dark, so people
Uh
weren't
huh.
really paying attention. But being that where I was standing, I saw everything that was going on. Um, that was fucking cool.
Because he came out from under the ring as usual.
Yes, he came up from under the ring, and this is the first time that he's actually been in the ring so
Oh,
far
okay. I
in the
guess
AEW.
I guess he's starting to get cleared.
Yes, and he also had ring apparel too.
Ooh,
He
I noticed
had
that.
actual ring wear pants,
Okay.
not just the gi type thing that he wears most of the time.
Yeah, yeah. And I just I just love that he keeps cursing people.
Yeah, yeah, and he cursed. I think it was Christian because Christian was
Uh,
climbing the ladder. I think it was, or no, Starks. Oh, one of them.
Starks.
Yeah, he cursed Starks, and then Wardlow power palms. He power bombs Stark on on a ladder that was attached to the other ladder.
Yeah, it was bridged between
While
the rung
yeah,
and the rope.
yeah,
But let us not forget that before he power bombed him, Wardlow, for being a massive guy, as we noted earlier,
hmm
jumped up onto that ladder.
yeah, yeah.
He didn't
He did.
climb it.
Yeah,
He
he jumped
literally
on there.
jumped up onto the
Yeah,
bridge and
yep,
then did that,
yep.
and then won that match.
hmm And that's one of those moves. It's like that's what you see people doing at the gym trying to do all the time.
Yeah,
And I see videos of dudes trying that and horribly failing at it.
yeah.
But he did a really good job with that, dude.
He
Because
really did.
that's like a good 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
And then to do that on something that isn't fully stable,
yeah.
because you're doing it on something that is literally on a rope
Yep.
and a ladder that's in a ring that's bouncy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's some gymnastics type shit, dude.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like I could jump decent like any normal person can,
hmm
but like it's on ground level that's sturdy.
Right.
I can't. I was never able to jump up onto a table that's that height.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but also like a jump, but also jump and push yourself forward a little bit, like you're in a fucking video
Yeah.
game.
Like a vertical leap, dude.
Yeah,
A vertical leap to get onto something. Not just a regular jump.
yeah, just that was insane.
Yeah.
And then, and then poor Starks.
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny. But it
solid
was really good
match.
because you were expecting Hobbs and Stark to start to work together in order to win something
Mm-hmm.
or to achieve something in the match, but
Right.
that didn't happen. Which I'm kind of excited that didn't really happen the way I was thinking.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Wardlow winds up coming in and winning the fucking match.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. It was great to see Wardlow actually come in and win this thing. And I love the payoff that came on later on in the event as well. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. I love it. Something that I've been waiting for a very long time. And the next match was what was the next one?
Was the Jade Cargill
Tay
Ty Conti
Conti.
match?
Yes, that was actually a really fun match.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting it to be as fun because, of course, not that I hate women's wrestlings, but
Right.
um, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was
Right.
because you never know what's going to happen with these matches.
Right.
Uh, Jade Cargill came out looking like Melina, which is fucking awesome.
That's what that look was. Yes.
Yeah, because she had the mask on, then she had the green and the little thing in the front,
Mm-hmm.
just like fucking Melina. And then she did the pose in the ring too.
I missed that, but yeah.
Yeah, she did the pose in the ring during the match, like because she kicked Tay Conti into the ropes a couple times, and then while she kind of taunted her with it.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope. It was really cool. It was really cool, man. She's a fucking superstar, dude. She is badass, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge fan of that bitch show. That's what she goes by. She loves it. Jade Cargill's fucking she's fucking fantastic, dude.
And the fact that she came out on top to have her 29th victory in a row.
Mm-hmm. She came out on top even with Anna Jay hitting her with something before
Yes.
because Anna Jay came out and she came out in the beginning, but um she interfered just slightly, of course, without the red ref knowing.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty good match. It was a pretty solid match. I was like, okay, I like it. I like it. Sad that Tay Conti didn't win the TBS
Yeah.
title,
But I
but it's
mean,
okay.
this is also something where this feud is not done.
Right? Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if they were like, oh yeah, now we're gonna have a fucking a cage match, so we don't have anybody interfering in this, which would be pretty
Yeah.
dope.
It would
I
be.
wouldn't mind seeing that.
Me neither.
Yeah. It's fucking great. I like it. What was the next one?
The dog collar match with CM Punk and MJF.
Are we missing a match? I think there was
No,
something.
no, this is right.
Okay. So
Uh,
yeah,
so the dog
I
collar
thought because I
match.
thought because I thought the collar match was way later, but I
No,
guess I'm
no.
okay.
Uh, you just had a lot of wrestlings leading up into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had
A lot
three
of wrestling.
matches prior to these other matches, so I guess that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, that's fair.
Uh,
Yeah.
so the thing about the dog collar match, so I thought it was great that uh you hear fucking cult of personality and the crowd's going nuts,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Where's Punk?"
Yep.
And then it was MJF trolling the
Yeah.
fans because that's
Which
who
is
he
something
is.
that he's done a couple times before.
Yeah, this is not new for MJF.
Yeah, because he did it with Jericho too.
He did, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Um, but then different music plays after MJF was in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously MJF came out to his theme, whatever.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, the area goes darker than it normally would for Punk
Mm-hmm.
coming out, and then you hear AFI's Miseria Cantare,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's coming out wearing basketball shorts and a windbreaker
Yep.
that looks very similar
Yep, to his
and
old
then
school ROH style.
old school ROH style.
Yep,
And now, this match was fucking bloody as hell. The ref actually had to change
insanely
gloves.
good. Yeah,
Um, but like everything about this match, just fucking nuts.
mm-hmm.
Um,
It was a great
it was
match.
yeah, it really was. And then I love how Wardlow comes out. Well, first off, MJF put thumbtacks on the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wardlow comes out to, and he's like begging for him, right? Or is he
Mm-hmm.
begging for him to come out?
He's begging for him to come out, and then he comes
Yeah.
out, and he's like, "Yo, like, give me the ring, give me the ring."
And he's
And
like,
then
I
Wardlow's like,
can't.
"Oh, let me." He starts patting himself, trying to find the ring and everything, and he's like, I didn't bring it. I didn't bring it." And it's like, no, no, no. I'm like, oh fuck. And then
And
he's
then,
like, I didn't do it. And then
and then,
that gives Punk, a bloody fucking Punk,
yeah,
the chance to hit him with
to go to sleep
the go to sleep.
and have him land on the fucking thumbtacks.
Yeah,
And the imagery of Max getting fucking all those tacks in his back,
yeah,
it looked like he was getting electrocuted
mm-hmm.
with the amount of pain flowing through his body.
Yeah,
And I did read up. No, I'm sorry, I didn't read it. I watched it on What Culture. Like, the ref actually, when he was going to count, got a tack in his hand.
mm-hmm.
Well, you
Yeah,
figure. I mean, they're all
mm-hmm.
over the fucking place.
Yeah,
Um, and then that allowed Punk to hit him with the fucking diamond ring.
yep, yep.
Uh, Now to go on what I was saying earlier about the media scrums, I was watching them earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
and like Punk was talking with Tony Khan
Mm-hmm.
for and answering questions and whatnot for a solid 25 minutes or so,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Don't mind me if I start get really emotional to during this interview process." And he did within like 5 minutes. Like, he started crying when it came down talking about him coming out to that theme song and dressing up like he did, back in ROH, and how he's so appreciative of Tony Khan owning ROH because he said basically his footage is in good hands.
Yep.
Because if it would have went to WWE, he wouldn't be getting paid for any of this.
Yeah. He would have.
You know,
It's shit that just would have just disappeared into the stars.
and he also said, bad enough they have footage of me that
Years of footage of me
years of
that he can't use.
that it's like, I don't know if I'm getting paid for it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not, because fuck WWE.
Yeah.
But like when talking in the interview process about how he hasn't done this for 7 years, and he's going up against a guy who's a lot younger than him, and how like they put in the work, and he said flat out, like, he broke kayfabe for a minute. He's like,
Yeah.
I love Max.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to see that, yeah, this is a story. They built this feud,
Mm-hmm.
but like behind the scenes, these people are family. They travel together.
Yeah.
They know each other so well. And then
Mm-hmm.
it was really a touching moment when he was talking about it, and it was great. And then he talks about how uh, Punk was trained by Harley Race, as we knew, and
Yeah.
he said, he's like, I'm probably not allowed to say this, but Harley taught me how to blade.
Ha.
So
That's completely breaking kayfabe right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But he's seasoned. He doesn't care.
Yeah. He don't give a fuck anymore.
You know.
Plus the fact that like everybody really fucking knows that not all of them are
Yeah.
just completely breathing from just whatever happens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice, seeing Punk win. It was nice, seeing fucking MJF land on thumbtacks.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
It was nice to see Wardlow turn.
Yes.
And I'm curious to see where where he's gonna be now.
Yeah. I want to see if he's actually gonna wind up going up against everybody in the Pinnacle.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the only one he might not go up against is FTR, because of course they are a tag team.
Right.
But I have seen him kind of going at Sean Spears, which is going to be a fun match.
Oh yeah,
because they've been giving each other eyes the last few weeks. So I'm excited to see what that's going to happen.
Spears is fighting Sammy on Wednesday, right?
No,
Title
Scorpio Sky is facing.
Sky. Okay, right.
And he's part of the Men of the Year with Ethan Page.
Right. That's gonna be a fun match. The fucking title versus streak.
Yeah, because one thing, yes, he has a streak, basically a whole year streak that he hasn't lost a match.
Okay.
But also the fact that like he hasn't gotten a chance for the title because he won the Face of the Revolution match last year.
Okay.
He never got a chance to actually face the title.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's just weird that he's like, yeah, cool. Well, I think it was also because he had an injury, and also because of all the COVID stuff that he was pretty much out for a lot of it.
Right.
But yeah. So it's gonna be a fun one. What was the next match?
Our women's championship, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and
Thunder Rosa. This was not my favorite match of the entire night. This was my least favorite match of the whole time. Yeah, it was a good match, but it wasn't like their lights out match type good.
No, like this honestly was my bathroom break at a snack match.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It was not a bad match, but it wasn't a good match either. It wasn't like, oh my god, I really have to.
It was better.
I'm invested in it now.
It was better toward the climax.
Yeah. It was. I'm like of course this feud isn't over yet either.
Right.
Because we kept getting interferences from Rebel and Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, why is this not over yet? Because they've been going at it for months already.
Yeah. And the one thing that we didn't mention about this match was that it was a brand new title belt.
Yes, that's right. It is a brand new title, but this is the third edition for the women's title belt.
It's actually a really nice title belt.
It is, and the thing about this belt is actually very reminiscent of the NWA women's title back in the day.
Nice. Yeah.
Or the NWA title, not women's title.
No, but I see it.
Yeah. It looks really fucking dope. With the interference, there were two different moments that she could have won the match. She could have pinned him. She could have Thunder Rosa could have pinned Britt Baker, or she could have beat him by submission.
The crowd counted to 10 on that pin.
Yeah. And she tapped out for like a good 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So I really like. I'm excited to see the next chapter in this, but I really want Thunder Rosa to win the title.
Yeah,
because Britt Baker's held it for a little too long. Granted, she's not a bad champion.
No, not at all.
But I do want to see somebody else with it, and somebody that is very well deserving.
Yeah,
because Thunder Rosa is a hell of a fucking worker, dude.
I could tell.
Yeah, she's a hell of a fucking worker. Not only that, but she works a lot of in ring over here, but she's all over the fucking place. She does a bunch of indie shit all the time. Like literally every week, she's doing some type of indie something. And then she also has a promotion by herself. She has a whole women's promotion.
Yeah,
which is what is it? MLW, I think it is, or Mission Pro Wrestling is what she has. And she does all the work over there too. So it's pretty exciting to see her actually do all that shit and be all over the place. And that's why I kind of want to see her actually win the title, because she's fucking good. Mm-hmm. And the fact that she's only been around for a few years, she hasn't been wrestling for very long.
Right.
Because she was a social worker before she actually started working in wrestling.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's fucking insane.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, it's like Britt Baker, DMD. She was a doctor. She's literally still a dentist.
Yeah.
Like
she when she was training to become a wrestler, she was going to college she was going to dental school.
Yeah. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I love about AEW, the fact that they're like, oh yeah, do what you got to do, make your money,
Make your money.
but you can still come here.
Yeah. I
Love
mean,
it.
you said fucking what's his name from uh who's the fucking the guitarist for As They Lay Dying?
Oh yeah, dude. The butcher. No,
Yeah.
the butcher. Yeah, the butcher from the Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Like,
guitar. Yeah, he's a fantastic fucking guitarist too.
but it's like, again, it's like, go do your thing and then come back when we need you.
Yeah, yeah. Andy Williams. He's really good. And I like that they don't use his name. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Uh,
it's funny if you follow him on Twitter. His name on Twitter is Andy Complains. It's pretty funny.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah, it's his logo is, well, his icon is like a digital version of himself. And he's also been really good too. Like he's come back from an injury and he is jacked as fuck now. Like he was a little chubby before. Um he fixed himself up very well. He got himself on the up and up when it comes to looking the way you want to look on TV sometimes.
Right.
It's really good. And I guess that leads us to the 6-man tag match, right?
No, you're forgetting Moxley versus Brian Danielson.
Oh yes, that's right. Jesus Christ, how could I forget that one? That one was another fucking fantastic match. I was really looking forward to this one because, of course, I kind of want to see where they're gonna go. This is one of those matches that I was like, I don't care who the fuck wins, I just want to see a good fucking match.
Right.
And that was a fucking amazing match. Mox is a fucking badass wrestler. I wasn't a big fan of him when he was in the Shield back in the day, but he's come to his own. He's come into his character. He's come into, like, yo, I'm just gonna beat ass. I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna fuck everybody up, and that's what he does every single match. And I fucking love it. Brian Danielson is another dude that, like, I never really watched him wrestle in WWE or
Same.
WWF. So I'm like, okay. And then I come to see him now. I'm like, yo, he's really fucking good. And then the fact that, like, he's beyond good because he is a fantastic wrestler. He's a hell of a tactician. And I fucking love it. I love the way that he just moves around the ring and he can literally work circles around everybody.
100%.
And he did that in this match. He absolutely he held down the entire match for a good chunk of it.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, both Moxley when he was Ambrose and Danielson when he was, fucking Daniel
Bryan, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they were watered down versions of them of what they truly can show the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a script, and everything has to fall into script story bullshit. Like it's a production, where AEW is a production, but it goes to show you that they're like, do you?
Yeah.
And both gentlemen,
it's like the difference between improv and regular, like, movies and shit, or like regular comedy. Yeah,
pretty much.
Because a lot of what they do is not necessarily improv, but it's not as scripted as you would expect.
Right.
But it's good.
But that match was a lot of fun. It was really just a fight more than a match.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about it. The fact that it was a fight.
Yeah. And I love that. So Moxley defeats Danielson.
Yep.
But then they keep going at it.
Yeah, fighting security guards.
Yeah, fighting
everybody
security
came
guards. In. Yeah. And then who walks out of fucking nowhere to put them in their place?
Nowhere.
Was the goddamn Regal. William Regal showed up.
William fucking Regal, dude. Fucking amazing.
when he got let go from WWE, I was like, oh, come the fuck on, because he was
Yeah.
training for, because he's not an active wrestler. I mean, he can
No.
still whoop your ass,
Yeah.
but like, he's not an active wrestler, and
Mm-mm.
he's literally training everybody,
Yeah.
right?
He
And
was one of the head coaches for
for
NXT.
yeah,
Hmm.
and right, didn't he train both of these guys?
Yep.
And so like, um,
Well, mostly Danielson from what I've read.
right, yeah, I read that too, but
Yeah.
so he gets in fucking Moxley's face
Uh-huh.
and slaps him.
Yeah.
And then he turns around, well, with Danielson laughing, he turns around and, and slaps him too
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
says, work it out, become friends, shake hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see the look on their face where they're both like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's like that meme that I sent you earlier,
mhm,
with the him behind both of them with the this is the shit that we get along that helps
yep.
us get along.
That
It's fucking
was
great.
great.
Yeah.
Um, so now I'm curious to see where this goes because
Yes.
they're gonna they're gonna be stuck working together
Yeah.
and they're gonna hate it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're necessarily gonna hate it because this is kind of what Mox wanted. He was like, I'm not gonna partner with you. I'm not gonna do these things with you because this is the whole reason they're doing this because Danielson wanted to build some type of faction in order to help other wrestlers.
Okay.
So that was his thing. He was like, yo, like I wanna build something with you because you are a fantastic fucking wrestler. Granted, yeah, I want to fight you,
Mm-hmm.
but more than just fighting you, I want to help build a lot of these wrestlers that are here that are great wrestlers, but they can be even better.
Okay.
So he was like, "Yo, like I want us to do this," and then Mox was like, "Yeah, that'd be cool and all, but I don't want to partner with somebody that I haven't bled with."
Okay.
So that led to them actually having this bloody fucking match.
Yeah, this was a bloody one too. They were
Yeah,
busted. They were both busted open within 5 minutes of this match.
yeah, mostly Mox,
Mostly Mox.
but yeah, it was great. It was great. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't mention the fact that they had the signing of Swerve.
Right. So Shane Strickland, Swerve, is
Yes.
now all elite.
Yes.
This was hinted at for quite a while that it was
Yeah.
gonna be a thing. Um,
And also
and
the fact that like because I follow him on Twitter because of course I pretty much follow everybody that isn't on WWE anymore.
mhm.
Um, and then you see him popping up in all over the indies after his contract was up.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Sean Ross Stapp or whatever, or Sean Stapp or whatever the fuck his name is, from Fightful Select. He basically posted like, yo, like he's coming to AEW soon. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's also the one that said basically like, yo, Jeff Hardy has pretty much until Wednesday, which is the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yo, he may be showing up on Wednesday. Sean Ross Sapp knows what he's fucking talking about because of course he pays attention to the details. He also has like quote unquote insider news. Um, but he's fucking good with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I basically follow him. I'm like, yeah, whatever he says, I go.
Yeah.
Whatever he says, I do. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. But he's good. And yeah. So I've seen a couple of his matches, not his matches from WWE, but like a couple of things on the Indies has been pretty good. I'm like, okay, I like what I like how he does things. I like it. I like his style. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with him.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, because he wasn't he in like Hit Row or something like that.
I forget.
Yeah, I think he was on Hit Row in NXT.
Okay.
Yeah, when they basically got rid of a whole faction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. That was weird, but it was sad at the same time. Um, so now this leads to uh, which match is it?
This is AHFO versus Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and
Yes,
Sting.
an old man Sting. Fucking old man Sting. Old man
Still
Sting, dude.
fucking got it.
62 years old.
He's
Jumping off the rafters onto 4 tables.
Yes. But not just 62. The man is 2 weeks away from his birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
fucking nuts, dude.
He's still fucking got it.
Yeah. They were literally chanting, "You still got it" in the arena yesterday.
Oh, like it was.
Granted, you can hear it on TV.
Yeah, that's how you can tell an overpowering chant.
Yeah.
But also, like, before that happened, don't forget, Sammy Guevara put fucking who did he lay out jumping off the top of the
Isaiah Cassidy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Isaiah Cassidy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Isaiah Cassidy. Yeah, he hit him with a Spanish fly from the crowd onto 2 tables from the entrance ramp. And that was like, holy shit! Like Guevara is something not to be fucked with.
Literally, when he did that, he was like, "I'm fucking crazy, man." He literally stands there. He's like, "I'm fucking crazy," and he goes and he fucking does the oh.
And like,
bless this dude. He's fucking
this
good.
was like the second major bump that he's taken that I've watched in
the last couple weeks.
Yeah. I mean, you guys know, like, I was changing my kids, and like I was watching the clip of the ladder match with Cody, and I had to rewind because I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And that was the start of the match.
Yeah, and he's done a lot of crazy fucking bumps, dude. And he did another bump. He did another bump through a table with fucking what's his face, Cody's brother, not Goldust. What's his face, Dustin. He did another one like that through a table, doing a Canadian destroyer from the apron into a table.
He's nuts.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
So, yeah, and then a little while after that, shortly after that, is when Sting put fucking Andrade through 4 tables.
Yep.
Like,
this was the best I've seen Andrade recently, because they don't really work him that much. They don't really put a lot of emphasis on him. But I do like the fact that he is part of the AHFO. I hate the way this fucking thing is. Yeah. AHFO. Like, I have to like slowly pronounce it, because if not, I'm gonna sound stupid when I say it. But yeah. You're also starting to see the rift in the AHFO with Andrade and Matt Hardy right now. Yeah. Because it looks like Hardy's either about to get kicked out of it real soon, or they're gonna start beef together, which I would love to fucking see.
And considering Wednesday night is March 9th, and that's Jeff's clear date. I mean, anything is possible.
Yeah, anything is fucking possible, which would be fucking great. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. That was actually a really good match too. Besides the outside craziness, which at that point also, when they were doing the outside craziness, was when the Bush and the Blade came out from the back, because I did not see that at the event, because it was all the way at the other side of the arena.
Right.
And the TVs were up top, and they were blocked by speakers, so I couldn't see anything on the TVs. But that's also why I watched it here.
now with that match though, Darby Allin with the coffin drop to Matt Hardy for the win.
Yes, he missed it. Yep. Yeah.
I think
he bumped him with his head.
Like his head to like his elbow.
And
it's like, I watched, right, and I saw he missed it. Then I'm like, he missed it. And they showed the replay. I'm like, he fucking missed it.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It's cool. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It looked okay for some people that were in a different area, but
I gotta say, I enjoyed that little mini movie they played.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool one.
That was dope.
Like, I saw somebody online that said, like, "Oh, is Darby Allin dressed up like a sock right now?" I think that was Nyla. She's fucking hilarious, yo. Her Twitter feed is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, she's the best.
Yeah. But that was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
Which led us to the main event of the evening. Which was
The
the
Adams.
Battle of the Atoms. Yeah. Yeah. Adam Cole versus Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah.
That was another great match too.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like Hangman Page is actually a really good champion. He's
fun
only
to-
had a few matches,
Yeah.
but he's really good. He really knows how to play a fucking crowd.
He's I was gonna say he's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. He's great to watch. Like, I love watching all of his matches. His matches are really fun no matter what it is. Whether it's a tag match, whether it's a championship match, or whether it's just like a regular bullshit match.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah, it really is.
He is he is a really, really good wrestler. Especially like you know what he was doing before this?
What?
He was a teacher.
Seriously?
Yes.
No shit.
Yeah. He was a teacher before he became a wrestler. But he's really good.
He is really good. He's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. Like, I enjoy watching him. I actually enjoy watching Adam Cole now too, because like I said, he came into the WWE after I didn't watch it.
Right.
So actually watching him now, as like I see the hype. I see where everybody's like, oh my god, he's so good.
Yeah, no,
I see
Cole's one of the best in the industry.
Mm-hmm. He's really good. He's a really, really good worker.
And I know I brought this up to you like earlier this week or whatever, but if you think about it, when Adam Cole was going to come up to the main roster at WWE, they wanted him to cut his hair and change his name and be the manager for Keith Lee.
Yep.
Now, funny.
Who soon got released.
Yeah. So it's funny within like, that's not even a year ago.
No, it's been like a few months. Yep.
Yeah, like Danielson and Cole showed up in the summertime.
Yep.
Yeah, because they
No, it was fall. It was fall.
But it was before my Dynamite viewing.
Yeah, it was
because they both wrestled.
Yeah.
Because that was the first. That was Kenny Omega and Danielson in that 60-minute draw.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So they showed up a little bit before that in that pay-per-view, at the end of that pay-per-view. And so here you have, in less than a year, both Adam Cole, Bebe, and that stupid
and cowboy shit.
Yeah, that stupid fucking Bearcat bullshit from fucking Keith Lee. And now both these guys are in AEW, and
one of them is Limitless, and the other one is Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fucking... It's great that they're both in a better spot.
Absolutely. They're both in a fantastic spot, and I fucking love it.
Because, like, I remember Cole saying in an interview, he woke up... He was like... He woke up, like, you know, from, like a deep sleep or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it was raining outside. He's like... And he was talking... He's like, his girlfriend... He's like, Britt was asleep. And he's like... I gotta not resign, you know, because he had mentioned earlier before, he mentioned that was like how he was gonna have to cut his hair and change his name, and he's like, but I've been Adam Cole since I started.
Yep.
So why are you gonna have this guy change his whole fucking look?
Even from the Indies, he was Adam Cole in the Indies, right?
Yeah. So you know what? He's in a better spot. They both are. Everybody who jumps is in a better spot.
Yep.
You know.
Even if they don't come to AEW, they're in a better spot.
Yeah. Like, look how well Cardona's doing.
Yeah. He has like 6 different titles right now.
I know. It's fucking insane.
6 different titles from 6 different indie corporations.
Yeah. It's
fucking
nuts.
insane, dude. Yeah. And one of them is not even indie. It's fucking NWA. He's the NWA champion.
Yeah. So...
Mind-boggling. But he's fucking good. He's fucking good. He's good at what he does.
He's very good at what he does. So to conclude this match, Adam Page won despite
Yes.
all interferences and whatnot. Because
Yeah.
Red Dragon tried to come out and fucking, you know,
And then the Bucks try to come out.
yeah, the fucking Dark Order came out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, very fun match, great
Yeah.
ending.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and I'm excited to see where this goes too.
Hell yeah, dude.
And considering that Punk is considering a title run, did you see he mimicked the?
Oh, I did not see that.
So
I did
when
not notice that at all.
so after Punk won his match and he jumps up onto the turnbuckle,
Uh-huh.
he made the champion the belt uh,
Hmm.
motion around his waist, and in the
Interesting. Okay.
and and in the scrum, he talks when someone questioned that he was like, considering it,
Okay. Okay.
maybe
Yeah, because
not
he is
like
he is isn't he technically undefeated right now, or he has what, like one loss or two losses?
he has the one loss against MJF,
Okay.
but I mean, you don't have to give it to him right away. I mean, and
Oh
he's
yeah,
not
for
gonna want
sure.
it,
Yeah.
and he's not gonna want it right away because he's a seasoned guy who wants to like
Mm-hmm.
help out the younger generation.
Yeah, and regardless, he
But
still has to work. He has to work up the rankings anyway.
Mhm. but it's nice that like these, you know, this company's like giving wrestlers like a shot,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
so yeah, so I don't want to see this I don't want to see this feud end anytime soon. I think
absolutely.
the Adams have great chemistry in ring,
Yeah, dude, they really do.
and
They have a great because the thing is that they've fought each other previously in the Indies
yeah,
plenty of times.
but like the chemistry that these guys have, and it shows because when there was that one motion where Page was jumping off the turnbuckle,
Mm-hmm.
or he was gonna do like the moonsault, and Cole clocked him with that super kick,
Yes.
and like one false move, and that would have been it.
Yeah.
But that's how good
Absolutely.
these guys are chemistry
Mm-hmm.
wise. That like he clocked him perfectly,
Yeah.
you know,
It was
and
seamless. It was a seamless kick.
it really was. So yeah, I mean, Revolution 2022 was a solid pay per view.
Absolutely.
Those AEW security guards were totally right.
Yeah. They really were. Like they really know how to sell a show without even selling it. Because
Yeah,
I was already sold. I was like already sold from even before I even got there. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a good pay per view.
yeah,
And then hearing them actually talk about it and actually, tell me what it is, and then I'm like, okay, okay. And then being in the arena, feeling the energy
mm-hmm.
of what it is to actually be an AEW show. I was like, yes, I need to
And
have more of these.
to go back to what I said, it's like it's gonna drain all your energy and make you crave more.
Yeah, absolutely. It really did.
And so I'm really excited that you got to see your very first AEW live.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm excited
And,
for it.
and
Thank you.
yeah, and a fucking pay per view no less to start it.
Yeah, yeah. And the best thing is that like I got a pay per view for a decent price,
Yeah, you
and
didn't.
it was a decent seat because I
Yeah,
got to see everything from there. Nothing was
and
really obscured other than entrances.
it was full on wrestling from start to finish.
Yeah, no promo work,
No promos, no
no
promos,
promos.
no promos, ads, and fucking vignettes, and then 5 minutes of actual wrestling.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
Why
use
do you need all that? Like,
we'll, we'll, we'll
there's no need for all that.
for that we'll use quotes. We'll go quote wrestling end quote.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it fun fucking pay per view. I mean,
yeah.
now that we have all these other names that are, released or leaving or not leaving, but they're gone their contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Cesaro could show up any day now.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting him showing up last night,
Right.
but I mean, for all we know, they're saving him for Wednesday or they're saving him for Friday.
Or they're saving him for All Out. Maybe he just wants to just chill because
Right.
he is also over 40. Like,
Yeah.
I think he also wants to relax now. I'm pretty sure he has a pretty good nest egg just from what he's been doing for the last fucking few years.
Pretty much.
or he just wants to do the indies because indies at this point with his name he could get a decent amount of money on the indies too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it'd be interesting to see where he lands.
And wherever he lands, I hope he actually gets a fucking title.
Yeah,
He's never had. He should have held a world championship at least once in that company for all the shit he's done.
Mm-hmm.
The most I think he's ever had was the U.S.
Yep. Didn't he have the Intercontinental for a little while too?
Possibly. I don't remember, but not. He could have even held the tag title, but not enough where it's like he's he was that dominant in WWE and like they just shit on him.
Yep. Yep. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
It really is.
But yeah. It was a fun pay-per-view. It was a great experience to be actually at a live AEW event. So I'm excited to see what the next thing coming to Florida is going to be.
Yeah.
Because they're now about to go to the West Coast.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. Like I was thinking about, I wasn't. No, never mind. I didn't say that. They their next like Dynamite tomorrow on Wednesday is going to be just about an hour away from here. So I was like, ooh, but I was like, no. Because then that's just more money out of my pocket.
But you're also on vacation, so.
Yeah, I am also on vacation. But the fact that, like, that's money out of my pocket. And the fact that gas prices went up to like $4. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's like $4.50 out here.
Yeah, it's like $4.18 earlier I saw. And I was like, no. I'll chill for that right now. Like, it's funny because yesterday I filled up before I left. And it was at like 375, 380 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, it's like a whole quarter more. I was like, fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
so stupid.
Yeah, but whatever. Anything else to add to the Revolutions talk?
No. Just overall, I give the pay-per-view rating like an 8.5 out of 10.
That's fair. That's a good one. That's a good one. And as for me, like I would give that, being that I was there, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Mostly because I was there and I got to experience everything. I got to feel everything.
I was watching it like I would normally watch a pay-per-view, but
Yeah.
I felt like I was living vicariously through you.
Yeah, because I kept texting you while I was watching it, while I was there.
You're like, I love it. It's like I was putting the kids to bed. I'm like, what match? And you're like, I'm like, oh fuck, Jericho. My wife's like, go.
I love that was the first match too. That was fucking great. Yeah, because that was one of the ones I was really looking forward to.
It had a nice flow.
Yeah.
You know, because like you couldn't put the dog collar match first, or
because that would have overrun everything.
Yeah.
Because I need to be like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. You know, they're doing it right, and I really I really wish nothing but the best for AEW.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And all of its talent who practice professional wrestling.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Go check out InnerCityGeeks on there. We got a whole bunch of shit sometimes. We got this show. We got everything else. Bryce J presents. It's popping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much shit up there. Go check all that shit out. And then we got a whole bunch of links in the description of the episode. So go check out all those links. We got Sideshow Collectibles. We got CBDMD. We got So Sick Clothing. So Sick Clothing. Type in InnerCityGeeks 50% off. Beard Octane 10% off. You type in ICG10. Amazon, get a free month of Amazon Prime. Jesus Christ. Amazon Prime for freezies 3 months. Well, 1 month. Wow, why did I say 3 months? But yeah, check out all those links. And have fun, you guys. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, always, thank you guys for listening. Also, oh yeah, before I get to that, like you can find us on SoundCloud, on Stitcher Radio, on Google Podcasts, and on motherfucking Spotify. Listen to us all on all those places. And then you could also find us on the social medias on the Facey Space. So facyspace.com/InnerCityGeeks. Instagram at InnerCityGeeks. And on Twitter at InnerCityGeeks. And where can you find you, Brian?
You could find me sitting in this uncomfortable chair, as usual. You could find me on social media. Check out Bright2J Presents on both Twitter and Instagram. Go to bright2jpresents.com where you have links to the, Inner City Geeks as well as all my shit. You can go check out some videos. Most recent was the Riddler from the Batman. And I'll talk about how I created a roll of duct tape because it didn't come with one.
Duct tape.
But yeah, you can find me in all those places and just like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And if you comment, I'll probably say hi if your comment is good.
Yeah. I won't say your comment sucks ass, people.
And then maybe I'll comment some more or I'll
Yeah,
like it some more.
basically. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, sir. And you can find me on the Instagram and the Twitters at Mr. Jackal, Masterjackal. Like I said again, I'm gonna say it again. I appreciate you guys for listening. Appreciate you guys for sharing. Appreciate you guys for liking, retweeting, and all the stuffs. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best. And you like to show your love for the show as well, so I appreciate you. Um, don't be a dick, but always remember that the geeks shall inherit the earth.